EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for April 18th, 2023. It is Tuesday, and the Tuesday video forecast is proudly sponsored by J. Evans Property Services, serving York, Lancaster, Chester, Berks, Lebanon, and southern Dauphin counties in Pennsylvania, and also northern Maryland. J. Evans Property Services is a family-owned business that offers quality work at competitive prices and features premium landscaping and design, sod install, drainage solutions, as well as residential and commercial complete property maintenance. They still have a price match guarantee on any landscaping or lawn care project contracts when they give a quote now through the end of this month for the 2023 season, and will guarantee no price increase for 2 years. You can reach out to them at the phone number above me here in the video, or schedule an estimate through their website, landscapingcontractorslancasterpa.com. They are J. Evans Property Services, proud sponsors of the Tuesday video forecast. So today we have a transient trough sitting over the region that's going to give us much cooler temperatures. Now the trough's sitting here like this, right, in association with this area low pressure up to the north. So we're not expecting precipitation from this day. Today we're going to have partly to mostly cloudy skies, a little bit more in the way of clouds further north, less so further south, and a pretty good spread in temperatures. 50 degrees or so up in the northern areas, and lower 60s is the far southern areas today, and somewhere in between there in those in-between areas. So along with this today, there will be, again, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but also some breezy conditions. Generally, we're looking at 10 to 15 miles per hour with some peak gusts that are in the 20 to 25 range for most areas, and I can't rule out that some areas get into the upper 20s with some of those peak gusts at times, especially as we head toward the evening. As you can see here, southeast PA through central New Jersey, it has some low 30s, in fact, here on this particular model. But generally speaking, we're looking at 10 to 15 today, gusting 20 to 25 for most areas during the daylight hours. Now, once we get into the evening, this will start to diminish, and that will be it for the wind. And it will also be it for the trough, because once we get to Wednesday, this trough is now going to be solidly off to our north and sitting up here like this. So we are now going to be in this warmer push of air here coming in on Tuesday. It's not going to be exceptionally warm yet, but back to near average with temperatures in the middle 60s generally for highs for most areas. We have a 60 to 67 degree spread here in temperatures here on Wednesday. Of course, the colder spots are going to be in the northern areas with that, actually northeastern areas here on Wednesday, closest to that trough yet. And then once we get to Thursday, we are, Wednesday is mostly sunny, and once we get to Thursday, we're partly to mostly sunny, and temperatures are going to increase well into the 70s, middle 70s, in fact, mid to upper 70s, in fact. That's what we're looking at for highs here on Thursday, and even warmer on Friday. We're going to get a real warm push here ahead of this cold front coming at us, and this southwesterly flow out ahead of this will give us temperatures here in the 80s across much of the region here on Friday. So it'll be another very warm, exceptionally warm day here on Friday, and looking at partly cloudy skies. Otherwise, once we get to Saturday, we'll have partly cloudy skies to start. Then I think you have an increase in clouds late in the day because you have this cold front coming at us. But this is late in the day here on Saturday. There's no precipitation except for in western Pennsylvania. This does spread eastward, though, during the evening, late evening and overnight, and goes into early Sunday morning. This is the depiction of the European model. Because it's in a north-south alignment here, there could be some enhanced rainfall with this, which we could certainly use. So if you're looking for a good weekend, I know we have this cold front projected here for several days now. The last couple of videos we've been doing, we're talking about how next weekend would have some rain chances, and I heard the moaning and groaning right away. Well, the European model presents the best-case scenario here, where all of Saturday during the day is dry to get anything done outside. Saturday night into very early Sunday morning is the wet period, and then it becomes dry and clouds decrease on Sunday as that as this front moves through. So depending on the exact timing of this, the European model is actually the best case scenario, where we'd have at least the daylight hours of the weekend for the most part dry, except for the exception for very early Sunday morning before that front clears and then clouds give way to sun later in the day, and then we're back to mostly sunny skies here on Monday with temperatures cooler again, back into the 50s, in fact. It's going to get a lot cooler. The GFSs, they were both very far apart in timing by about 24 hours. They've come to closer together. GFS is about 6 hours or so slower with this, okay? So it comes in later in the overnight on Saturday night, and in that case, it would rain into through the morning and into early afternoon before it ended. So that would take up more of your Sunday, at least, and not allow for just the rain to fall for the most part while you're sleeping, and nobody cares at that point, right? So GFS is a little bit slower so we have to work out on the timing of this. The cold front's definitely coming through. It's just a matter of timing, and precise timing we will get into as we go through the course of the week. But right now, the chance for the cold front and the rain associated with it is going to be over the weekend at some point. But right now, we're favoring like a Saturday night and at least first half of Sunday deal where we have that threat window, and then we'll narrow that in that timing. We get a little bit closer. And again, GFS back here on Monday, back to mostly sunny skies and much colder as another trough settles in. This is a little bit deeper of a trough, and this trough is going to settle in for several days next week. I think you're going to have the early to midweek period, especially with temperatures starting to get out of the 50s, kind of like we're dealing with today. So we're going to get a repeat of that where we have really chilly temperatures, and then after that, only slowly, very slightly moderates after that point when that deep trough settles in between the 24th and 26th. That's what we're looking at for that colder period. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for April 18th, 2023. Have a great Tuesday.